I happen to like Pokemon Theories, maybe a little too much. I always love to wonder at the mysteries found in many game franchises, and Pokemon is one of my favorites. I like them so much that I decided to make my own channel around them, as long as I could come up with one that has some evidence, I guess. Hey, they are not all winners, right? What I enjoy the most is that there are many other fans in the community that also come up with great theories that have left me either amazed or convinced. So today I wanted to share with you 5 of my favorite Pokemon theories that I really enjoyed. Mr. Buddy is well known for his character studies and his What If Pokemon was based on a certain region videos. But he also contributed to the realm of Pokemon theories, and one that I enjoyed watching was his theory on what happened in the strange house. Everyone talks about the ghost girl from X and Y, but she's not the first or only ghost girl that we get to encounter in recent Pokemon games. There was one ghost girl in Pokemon Black and White 2 that some of us, well, maybe might have missed, or never really pay attention to, because let's face it, there was nothing really explained. Mr. Buddy gathered all the clues and hints that games provide to come up with a theory to try and explain what really happened there. I can tell you that Darkrai and Cresselia are involved, but if you haven't watched it, I don't want to spoil it, you should really check it out. Axelian, at one point contributed to making great Pokemon theories, as well as other unique series. Back in X and Y we were introduced to Fairy Pokemon, and while there were a few new ones, many of the Pokemon we already knew ended up getting their type changed to Fairy type. There was really no explanation and context of the lore, and that is where Axelian comes in with his theory on where fairies come from. There is a little hidden detail he talks about, which is a clock with 13 hours and why it is meaningful. I love how there are many small details throughout the games that have some connection to the real world lore, and this clock could be in fact a portal where other creatures pass through. I know this sounds a little strange, but you should really check out the theory to understand what's happening here. Derek was his smaller theories with a lot of potential. Not many people got to see his work, but there was one theory I really enjoyed. It seems that if you look hard enough, all Pokemon regions are connected somehow. He was able to make a connection between Johto and Hoenn revolving around the Dragon's Den, and basically trying to explain who was responsible for creating it. After close investigation, he attributes its creation to the Draconid people. One evidence suggests that Dig was needed to create the cave, and the Draconid people used Flygon that can use this move. The theory was short, but it was the last piece of evidence that blew my mind, so I'm not going to spoil it. You guys should really check all the links in the description below. Pokemon Insider has a channel dedicated to feminist videos, Goku, and Yu-Gi-Oh! He's an SJW that identifies as an attack helicopter. But above all, he's an awesome friend and has come up with many great Pokemon theories. It is no secret that every time I try to come up with a theory, I always look for in-game evidence, pieces of lore that support my claim, and Scott did an excellent job with his theory on how Drasna and Cynthia could in fact be related. Most of the time we fight through the text by NPCs and we fail to see that they're trying to tell us something that might be connected to other games. Drasna talks about how she's from a different region, and many of her text implies that she could in fact be originally from Sinnoh. You need to watch this theory to understand why this is very plausible and perhaps proven in the very near future. Sinnoh remakes, anyone? Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a theory and speculation. Many of us in the community, for the most part, trying to speculate what the next game is going to bring, for example, or what the information presented to us really means. But a theory is nothing more than a speculation that can be tested, meaning it can be proven to be either true or false. As a theorist, we present you with all the evidence that points to our educated guess, and one of my all-time favorite theories has an overwhelming amount of evidence that the first time I watched it, it just blew my mind, and it made me realize how we miss on very small details. I am referring to Birdkeeper Toby's first ever theory, the Crystal Onyx Explained. And if you haven't watched this, man, you should really watch it right now. It explains how Onyx could in fact be made of crystals that are even harder than diamonds. He presents all his observation evidence as well as supporting evidence from Pokédex entries that just add to the credibility. This video really raised the bar for many of us in the community when it came out, and really pushed many of us to do better and become better theorists. We all at one point had that mind-blowing moment that pushed us to look at things in a different perspective, and that is what I want to try to do here in the channel. Push you guys to think outside the box, analyze information, and have that aha moment. we all enjoy, right? Hope you guys enjoyed the list. I had a lot of fun making it, and all the links for all the videos I talked about are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and hasta